have never listened to Ché Aimee Dorval, have you?
No.
No. What made you want to come to this gig then?
Venue I've not been to.
Yes.
Band I've not heard.
Okay.
Essentially a genre that I've not heard before.
Interesting.
So, exposure therapy.
Exposure therapy. I like it. That's good. So I did a review of Ché Aimee Dorval's most recent album that came out last year, and it was a really good album. I didn't even know who she was at the time. And then I found out after the fact that she has performed with Devin Townsend. I don't really know how to describe Ché Aimee Dorval's music, apart from there's a lot of soul in it.
Okay.
There's a lot of rock elements, but I wouldn't call it heavy in the sense of like punk is heavy. It's more full.
For me, it sounds like...
You haven't listened to it?
Exactly.
Louisiana is one of the most famous pubs in Bristol because it's had a large number of really big names come through here. Muse, Dua Lipa, Florence and the Machine. It's insane the people who have performed here.
We're meant to press record, right?
It helps. Don't do that.
Don't want a day without you. I can't even see you when I close my eyes.
Yeah, I'll let me get that for you.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
The days are starting dark without you, the light between the trees. Stones break bones, fear is my companion. Ooh, I lost myself.
Ché Aimee Dorval live at the Louisiana, an incredible musician performing at a legendary Bristol venue. How could I say no? This isn't Ché, this is her support act Ian Bareham, an indie folk singer from God's own country, the home of the eponymous pudding, the tea and the terrier, sunny old Yorkshire. We entered the performance area and in no short time there he was, stood on stage with just an acoustic guitar and what appeared to be a suitcase with a drum glued to it. Okay, Mr. Bareham, you've piqued my interest. Let's see what you got.
Your name that I'm calling, as I'm drowning in the sea. Now I know life's mystery. As I
First one gave me some like early Snow Patrol / Coldplay vibes.
I kind of get what you mean.
I'd say his vocal melodies were there.
Yes.
Very, very good.
Oh yeah, his vocal tone is lovely.
maybe tomorrow you'll see. Sometimes we just fall down. It's how you come back to me.
No one cut from the cloth of 20-minute improvised epics and a proponent of more is more, but Ian's songs stayed for exactly as long as they needed and said exactly what they wanted to say, which is not easy to do in 3-minute bites. I would have loved to have heard more.
Sorry, child.
But then again, kind of glad there wasn't a 10-minute.
Oh god, a 10-minute epic on just an acoustic guitar and a suitcase would have been a bit weird, but overall...
Yes, I played the suitcase. Do you not?
Got good reception, didn't he?
Yes.
I thought he really enjoyed it. Yeah. Very good though. Very good. Yeah.
This gives me no ideas. Sometimes the support acts are similar. Sometimes
No,
they're
it's
not.
nothing like it.
No.
I can tell you it's nothing like it.
Nothing.
Now freezing, and I'm all alone. And I'm a darling, I just need you.
Smart observers will realise that Ian was actually the chap who opened the door for me into the performance room before the show, which was very nice of him. After the show, I had a good little chinwag with the Yorkshire indie folk singer, and I said that I wanted to hear more, so I bought his album, making sure that he signed it. Hey look, it's a suitcase drum. If you want to check out his stuff, and I recommend that you do, I'm linking all of his stuff in the description below.
Please, please stay the night. Won't you stay the night with me? Thanks very much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Cheers. Thank you.
Stones break bones, fear is my companion. Damn, that's catchy. I've just had a look at his website and it actually says he's performed alongside Noel Gallagher, Jake Bugg and The Cribs. That's an incredible claim to fame for one crooning Yorkshireman and his suitcase. No, I'm only teasing. That's really good, mate. No, that was a really good show. Thank you very much once again. If you're watching, drop me an email if you fancy collabing sometime. And now it was time for the main event. Ché Aimee Dorval. I've been aching to see her live since I listened to The Crown, which she released back in January, I think it was, and I did a review for it on my channel. As she took to the stage, however, there was something I was maybe a little bit unsure about. There was no band. It was just her and a guitar, and occasionally one other guitarist. One of the things I really engaged with on Ché's music was just how big it sounded, how massive and full it was. I was a little nervous that hearing her music in this really stripped back manner that I might not experience the full thing. I was wrong. Something I found so wonderful about Ché's set was how honest it felt, how human it was. There was a real connection between her and the audience, although that was in part for being in such an intimate, legendary venue that is the Louisiana. But, you know, also, she just let her music do the talking. She didn't need a big bombastic show or massive light works going on or millions of layers behind her in order to put across what she was trying to perform for us.
I'm Ché Aimee Dorval, and this is Sam Chadwick on guitar. We're gonna play some new tracks and some old tracks and some band tracks from bands that are not me, but are me. That made no sense. It will make sense. Probably. It's fun.
I fear the hold on you have said, but even so I place my bed. People say you won, people say you won, people say you moved too fast, you forgot to reform. Oh.
There was great chemistry between Ché and her guitarist Sam, and they were just locked in so tightly with each other. It was amazing to watch, it really was, considering how simple and laid back it was in so many respects. I've seen some acts perform live, and whilst they're performing note perfect, they do have a bit of a habit of looking about as happy as if the police have just knocked on their door asking about certain herbal substances they may or may not have in their possession. But the fact that Ché and Sam were clearly having a good time, and having a good time performing with each other, the mood was just contagious.
This time Sam's gonna help me out because fuck. The song is called Flight, and it was the only song that me and Devin wrote in the same room together. So, kind of holds a special place in my heart. You ready, you little shithead?
I'm trying to make a conscious effort not to mention Devin Townsend too much, but it's a bit of an elephant in the room here, so I do have to say something. It seems like the vast majority of people who find Ché is through Devin, which isn't a problem, you know, don't get me wrong. They're both really good friends, and he's an absolute powerhouse of a musician. When I told Ché that I actually found her music independently of her work with the Deadpool of Metal, she actually looked quite chuffed, to be honest. She didn't seem to expect that, which was, you know, that was really cool. I do imagine that she gets a lot of, you know, oh, you're that singer who worked with Devin Townsend, aren't you? So, you know, which is a shame because her music stands alone. On that note, I was pleased as punch when she performed Blood Red Sun. I enjoyed it so much that I even got the t-shirt for it as well. You can see it here. I'm checking the liner notes of The Crown, and there's a name on here which I didn't actually expect to see. It's Bob Rock. He actually performed on this album. You know, Bob Rock of the guy who produced for Metallica, The Offspring, and Mr. Jingle Bells himself, Michael Bublé. Ché, you are full of surprises.
Well, it never lasts. The figments fade so fast. There's hope for the reveries. It won't become the dream. And even so, some try to make the finish line. They try most anything. I wonder why.
Wait a minute.
I know
On Ché's website, she details her management as Samuel Chadwick. That's the guitarist she called shithead during her performance. You called your manager shithead?
So what did you think?
So, I took some notes.
You took notes?
I took notes. The tone of the first song, heavily reminiscent of the 90s Spider-Man. So,
Oh, what the? Wait, what the theme tune that was done by Aerosmith?
yeah, maybe? I don't know who did it.
Yeah, Joe Perry, like the lyrics, wasn't it?
Very powerful voice.
Yes.
Very powerful voice.
I think the first thing you notice about it is
Yeah, a strong like a Bond movie theme vibe.
a lot of people say that.
Like instrumentation mood is more focused on mood and atmosphere generation.
Yes.
And then the lyrics are all around like singing, but more someone is telling a story, even if the lyrics aren't necessarily narrative.
Every time I hear one of her songs, I do feel as if something is happening in it,
Yeah.
rather than it just being a screenshot of or snapshot of life or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, remarkably well considering that there wasn't a band, that there was just two of them, and a bit of a backing track, of course.
Good way to spend a Sunday. If we had a pint, we'd cheers to that now.
Absolutely. Instead, I'm going to go and get a pint after we finish recording, and also buy her album.